Hello, Andrew.
Hello, doctor.
How are you today?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Good. You look like you're going to fall asleep.
I am in a enhanced state of fatigue near the end of the day.
It's been a long,
Yep, it's been a long dot. This is where the ellipses is made for. It's been a long
week, month, year, 2 years,
decade.
When did we have kids? 15 years ago? 15 years.
15 years tomorrow at 7:47 a.m.
So I've got 4 questions today.
Are you crying already?
No, I'm not crying.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, no, I might cry.
I know you will. I could see it.
I'm a bit of a crybaby. Okay, first question.
Are we both answering this question or am I being grilled right now?
We're both answering this question. Oh, I did not prepare any answers though. And I'm not convinced I remember the 4 questions.
Sweet.
But they're all opposites of each other.
I'm amazed that by this episode, we're not at the top of the podcast charts. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, question number 1. What do you think that you do well as a parent?
I don't think I do anything well as a parent. And I'm not saying that to be flippant. No, I'm not saying that to be flippant. I'm saying I think I've done things okay in retrospect. I think I've done things poorly in retrospect. What I think I try and consistently do and have done since the girls were little is be honest with them and allow them to know that they can come talk to me about anything. They don't, but the door is always open. Mm-hmm. But if I was to pin it down to one thing, it would probably be, it's very rare that I don't tell them the truth about anything, right? About situation we're in or something they saw or why can't I have that? Or it doesn't matter. I try and be as open as I can, age appropriate. Mm-hmm. What do you think you've done well as a parent?
I will get back to that. What do you think I have done well as a parent?
Is this question 2?
This is question 2.
Trained me how to be a parent.
Oh, okay. How did I train you?
Originally, it was I thought all the things that you knew about kids, but then I realized it was all the things you did that I'm like, that can't be right. And then I stopped doing them.
Like what?
Adventure.
What?
Adventure.
What does that mean? Well, I know what it means, but I don't know what it means from your perspective.
For anybody listening, before we had kids, the reigning theory was I was going to be the gong show that was going to teach them bad things. Mm-hmm. That I can safely say after a decade and a half is not the case. I am not the one that teaches the bad things.
What? This is supposed to be my good things.
No, you did. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm joking around a little bit, but I think we can honestly, outside of the question's parameters, I think we can both agree that there is a gong show parent and there is a less gong show parent. And it was not what everybody expected. Okay. I'm just saying that.
What was the example you were going to think of?
Oh, nothing recent. There have been some conversations that have curled my toes, though. That I'm like, oh, we're getting into that, are we? Usually around girl stuff.
Vaginas.
That here's the worst part about that. Not the worst part. Here's the thing about that. That doesn't even faze me anymore. That doesn't even rank on the uncomfortable meter. It's like, yeah, we're talking about vaginas. Here we go. What are we talking about today, girls? It's unbelievable how much vaginas come up in conversation when you're the only dude in the house. No, I mean, all serious, answer the question. You having worked with kids as part of your job when we were first together had far more developed ideas and frankly learned more stuff through your schooling on what you should do and shouldn't do about how to talk to them, how to approach, like how to, and let's talk about, we've talked about this before, but like discipline, right? I wouldn't have approached discipline the same way at all if it wasn't for what you and I talked about. So it's things like that. that I think you've done very well as a parent is, and you've created a really safe space for the girls, to be honest. Like, they don't come to me for a lot of really important to them conversations. They come to me to ask questions that they want a direct answer to. And I always, like my earlier point, I always try and give them the most honest, direct answer I can that I feel is appropriate for where they're at. They confide in you, though, is the difference. So you've created a really safe space for the girls that I'll never fill. And I'm not saying that in a way, like a wanting way. There should be a balance, right? They should know that there's a safe space. My safe space is different from your safe space with the girls. Mine is much more, if I was to try and describe what I think the girls thought of it, there's maybe a protection. That's not the right word, but it is almost like a safe protector, like legitimate. They feel like they feel safer around me for whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But around you, they feel safe telling you a lot more. Mm-hmm. So I think that's probably the most important thing with girls, especially. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So,
and I see it all the time just in my work where parents are trying to help or not, or they're disciplining and lecturing and, like digging it in.
Yeah.
But, even when girls or kids come, they just need somebody to listen. I don't do anything really. It's just listen and be like, oh, kiddo, that sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the safe space. It's as soon as we, oh, well, what are you going to do? And, oh, why don't you go talk to that girl? And, we can study, like all of that stuff. It becomes punishing and annoying.
Well, and that's how I'm wired, right? Like, because I know it used to drive you nuts a lot of times. That for it's really funny that we're on this because the coffee I said I went for earlier this week with that buddy of mine, we talked about this. He's wired the same way, and it was really interesting to hear him describe the same issues with his wife that you and I worked through a while back. Of me always trying to solution, right? Always trying to get just okay. Then let's. And I know I still do it, but I try consciously not to do it. And even just the conversation we've had with the girls where it's asking them, right? Okay, do you want me to listen or do you want me to help fix, right? That's an important lesson for me because if I do that, I can then frame it for myself on what my role is going to be, right? So that was important to learn.
Yeah. I do that too, where, I've got some ideas. Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
Where I do have ideas and I commiserate first, always listen. Mm-hmm. And then I end on, well, if you want to talk it through more, go through any ideas. And Willow will sometimes go, okay, well, what are your ideas? Well, in the moment, she's like, no, I don't need ideas. And then 5 minutes later, so what are your ideas, Mom? And so then I'll say, well, what about this and this? Your ideas suck. Yeah. And then she stops off. So I don't give ideas, but if she asks, when they ask for advice, when they ask for ideas, then their ears are open. They're willing to take that up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just going back to the venture.
Adventure?
Adventure.
Yeah.
Because I'm still thinking about that. Like taking them skiing into avalanche zone where there's like
super bad idea.
Don't touch the dynamite.
And if Dad was a skier, that would have been one of those awkward conversations on the hill where you look at me like I'm being the party pooper and I look at you like there's laws against this stuff. Like one of us is going to jail for child endangerment here and it's not going to be me. And then next thing I know, it's, well, I'll meet you at the bottom. And then you guys go off. And
so is that the kind of adventure things that you're thinking about? The Gong Show-ishness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's most definitely your wheelhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So for my answer to what I think you do well, you have such an amazing way of being with the girls. And you always have, when they were younger, just listening to music, you would share your interests. And my gosh, like our girls know so much about a huge range of music. I can't even keep up.
Yeah.
Everything from, well, they both love Queen, Eminem, right up to that one with DeLupa and Elton John.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah. But like just such a wide range of everything, except for country.
They haven't jumped on it, but to be fair, I hated country a lot for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I only started liking it when I lost dad. Really, really liking. Like I liked it, but for me now, new country is trash. I don't.
Right. Yeah. They love like Johnny Cash. Like they have such a wide repertoire, but just the way you are, and you know when you used to sing to them, like I just loved. I would always fall in love with you again when you're singing to the girls, and it's just your way of being. Right. And you just have this presence that I think is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
And as much as I joke to you about all the useless shit that you've got in your head, all the useless knowledge, I think they love that too. Right. And I think
they try and keep up now.
Yeah.
They try and have their own things that they can catch me on. They're getting good. They're learning way more than I am about stuff for sure.
Yeah. So like it's incredible what Maya knows. And she's like, no, it was this war in New Orleans, should have been part of this, blah, 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 blah. And this is what happened. And we're just watching a show the other day. And she's like, oh, I bet it's when the Romanovs, they went and murdered all the Romanovs. I'm like, how do you know this stuff? But she prides herself. And I think, there's a lot of that kind of stuff that they pick up from you and you teach them in your own way.
Yeah.
Right? And I think they are listening. And I think
I hope so.
A lot of kids don't listen to their parents and they just roll their eyes. But you just created that way of being with them on so many different levels. And then what I think I do, what we've talked about, the listening. I think I'm really good at maybe not I get caught on the computer, but generally being able to listen without trying to lecture or discipline. Like I really can just commiserate, even when I'm like, well, if you did what your teacher said, right? Or if you studied or whatever, it's really easy to fall into that trap. But I'm just like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. Like when you are able to truly disconnect from whatever it is you're doing and engage with whatever's going on with them. Yeah. It's unreal. Like it's night and day, right? The trick is they know very quickly if you're engaged or not, right? So you have to, like, you can't phone it in, and not that you do, but you know what I mean. Like it's almost a reminder for you where you got to be present. But when you are, it's awesome.
I remember once when Maya, she must have been like 3, maybe 4, where she's like, "Don't say cool, Mom." Like, okay.
Yeah, she knew that was
cool.
A brush off.
Because it was. That was I'm busy right now. I'm half listening. Oh, cool. Right.
And Willow burned me on that today, actually. In the truck. I was doing, where were we? Oh, we were trying to leave the rink. And I was trying to text Maya to tell her where her gear was and coordinate all the things with you guys because I knew I was taking off to run that errand for you. And Willow was excited. She was pumped. She had a good time with friends and she was and I should have said, hang on, let me just focus on this real quick and get it done, but I didn't. I was trying to do both. And about 15 seconds in, she's like, you didn't listen to anything I just said, did you? And I'm like, nope, but I will in a minute if you let me finish this. So she's fast, like she knows. I mean, that one was pretty easy. I was staring at a phone, but she picks up on it quick.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
It's just we put sheets up. You should see our setup right now. It's a gong show. We've got blankets and sheets. I was freezing, but now just these couple of blankets in the room. It's
hot. The fact that the furnace is cranked on. This room becomes a sauna.
Oh, and we close the door. Yeah, it's getting hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
This podcast is fire.
Next question.
Yep.
What don't you do good as a parent?
I don't model the right behaviors a lot of times. Faux show.
Like what?
From a personal standpoint, I don't work out enough. I don't model those behaviors enough like I wanted to. Part of it is me working through my own stuff, and part of it is, just learned habits that I'm aware of but haven't done anything. The one on a more regular basis, though, is It's traffic, man. I'm too quick to comment in traffic, and I model it so bad every time. I don't get angry. Like I'm not like a road rage guy, but constantly I'll say things like, and then I catch myself that the kids are in the car and you got to not say that. And so that I'm not great at those sort of things. I try to be good, but I'm a bit too quick to express myself sometimes. So I got to be aware of that. But yeah, those would be the two big ones.
What do you think I don't do well as a parent?
I mean, hey, like you're perfect. Like there's no, I wouldn't. This is a trap. This is a trap.
It's not a trap.
And the first two questions were setting me up. Like, oh, it's going to be a great conversation.
No grudges. What stays in podcasts or what's said in podcasts stays in
no grudges, but my shit's on the lawn. This one's tough because I know it's when you beat yourself up over enough or a lot is just the work. It truly consumes a massive amount of your time and energy. And it's like, it's abnormal. Like we build everything around the work schedule, and anything we don't incorporate, you still squeeze more work into your day. Mm-hmm. So that'd be it. That balance, that ability to truly shut off. And the only time it really becomes an issue, because you do try and balance it, that you work when the kids are around, but it's when something doesn't go the way you had it in your head and you're like, I could have gotten this done instead of this. Mm-hmm. That's when it's like, maybe pump the brakes on that a little bit, because you can see the girls sometimes be like, okay. Mm-hmm. But that'd be it. It's when you, and I want to qualify this with, there's an ungodly amount of stress of what you're trying to pull through. Like, I get that. And I think the girls get that, but it's that ability to compartmentalize and truly shut off work is tough for you. Really tough for you.
And how does that affect me being like my parenting?
Your attitude's way different. Way different. You have zero patience. You're very quick to be annoyed. Everything is then ranked by time and value, whether you know you're doing it or not. Willow trying to explain a story in her Archie comic, not worth your time, and it shows. And you're like, awesome. And then all of a sudden the computer comes out, right? And she knows. It's stuff like that. Like when you're under a deadline or when you're not able to compartmentalize, it is right there, and it drives the bus, man. Like this whole house shifts based on that. Totally.
Like, what do you mean?
If you're having a rough day because of work, and I want to be really clear, this isn't an all the time thing. Like you've been really, really, really good actually the past few months of trying to leave it at the door, at least for a section of time where it's family time. Sometimes it creeps in, right? If family time is starting at later and later, bedtime's dragging on or whatever, that's where it creeps in. But yeah, it's when you can't put it off to the side. It's tough. But in terms of answering the question of how does it drive the house, everybody's behavior shifts. My behavior shifts. I'm all about task oriented. As soon as I realize that you're pissed and you're having a rough day, task oriented, man. Dishes need to be done. I need to clean this up. I need to get this tidied up. Just in an effort to try and calm the house down so that when you come back into the room, it's not going to be, why are the dishes not done? And why are the dog? You know what I mean? Just stuff like that.
No, that makes sense. And I know, well, even Willow the other day, like, Mom, I haven't been saying, actually, she says this every day, but she's like, I haven't meaning to say this, but I haven't been, but you work so much. And I think we need to bring back puppy. So puppy's our code word whenever we see each other getting stressed. And so she's like, I think we should bring that back because I'm trying to be calm, but I can see that you get stressed and then it affects the house. And I'm like, oh,
well, she's hypersensitive, man. Yeah. She sees that all the time. And that's the thing. I don't want to keep it on you because I see how hard you work at trying to split those for sure.
But I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a shock. You're an insane workaholic, like to the point where I'm watching for signals of a stroke. Like, is it too much for you to bear? Right.
This week, I wasn't sure. This week, I thought every day I was having a heart attack, the pressure.
Yeah, man. Like, and for those that have never seen us in person, she's not the one that looks like she's going to have a heart attack first at all by a long shot.
But the pressure, because I do, like, I get up at 4 and I'll work, like, even on today, you know, it was a weekend. And
when was the last vacation you took without a computer?
Have I ever?
Yeah, we did one in the past before the pandemic.
I can't ever remember.
Yeah, okay. Well, that itself answers it, right? But it's happened. It only happened once, but it happened.
But because I'll wake up super early to get work done till like 9, 10. So I already have like 4 or 5 hours under my belt. And then today I had to take to the rink for ringette, brought my computer. So I sat in the car.
Do you know what the number one most undervalued feature in our vehicles is right now that we've never really talked about?
What?
Both of them have plugs now.
Oh.
Our previous vehicles weren't able to power your computer, but now you can work all the way.
I found out something interesting today. Did you know men don't get flowers until after they're dead?
Yeah.
Like until they die.
There's a whole subtopic we could talk about men's entire world being shaped with a lack of affection. Do you know how many men, this is a total random thing, how many men go through a chunk of their life with never once being complimented on their looks or their person or something that women take for granted? Women are constantly, you look great today, or you look this, or you look, think of the last time a man was given in your presence a similar compliment. Never happens.
Oh yeah.
Never does. But then we're like, why are you guys more expressive? What the fuck for? I don't need to be expressive. There's a whole different conversation about that for sure.
Oh yeah. Like I just have this huge pressure on my chest just thinking about that. Oh.
So what were the last 2 questions? What do you not do good?
Yeah.
And then what was the one before that?
So it's what you do good, you and then me. And then now it's what do we not do good, you and me. So that's 4.
So you've got an answer now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, it's the same. Like I get, it's funny because with screens, it's the number one thing that I'm telling families, like you got to get screens out of your life with your kids and you got to be a good role model for that. And so I do try to be, and I do, like, we're strict, like no phones in the room, no electronics in the room, like especially at bedtime, things like that. But that's one thing I don't role model well is I'm just working all the time. There is no time for fun. And even today I wanted to have a family meeting. I think that's something else we do well is regular family meetings, but
you tell what Willow calls them.
Yeah, Willow calls them now. Which
we
is great.
We don't call them.
We
Willow
don't need
does.
to call them anymore. That's a whole other podcast episode. But yeah, we just don't do anything fun anymore. Like it's literally, yes, I've got the weekend. I don't have to see any clients. I can just load it up with catching up on all the report writing and stuff like that. And I get snappy. I can see it and feel it. My whole demeanor and personality changes when I'm on the screen.
I think I never thought of it from the screen perspective, but you're right. I think the other thing that I would add to that is you don't sleep well at all anymore. Like you used to be, your sleep schedule, like regimen was baffling to me. I'm like every day, 8:00, brush, wash, in bed, asleep, up at 4:30 working out, and it was a full night's sleep. And I'm the opposite. I'm like I'm a night owl. I used to be getting up way earlier, but as I get older and lazier, the gap stretches. But I'm still a night owl, right? And it was foreign to me, but you're all over the place.
I know.
Like it's crazy.
I know.
Like you almost need like a census deprivation chamber to sleep in.
Yeah.
Then you go crazy.
It's been mostly, midnight. There are some days I'll stay up till 1 or 2. This week it's been mostly midnight, but up like 4 or 4:30. And I find the later that I go to bed, the earlier I'm up. And then last night I was up at 1, 2. 3,
well, last
4.
night was the dog.
The dog was sick, but still I couldn't sleep.
No, you're hooked.
Hope to sleep in. For you, I think it's tricky. I mean, if I had to pick the number one thing, I do think it's also working too much. Though you're not nearly as bad as me. I take the the trophy on that one, but just having some, or you're on your phone texting, like there's always something. And I know that Willow always comments, right? Like that's always got his phone and he's always this.
Yeah.
So I think that would probably be.
Yeah, that's fair. I think part of what I've struggled with that, and it's a completely legitimate comment, and I go through ups and downs of trying to put it down. Over the years, a lot of what needs to get done gets done through me. Like we joke about it, but you don't give out your number for stuff. You give out my number. Your family doesn't contact you. They contact me to get in touch with you. If you sign the kids up for something, it comes to me. Like that's part of what I struggle with. Is it absolutely is a 100% true comment, and I got to be better about it. But at the same time, this family shuts down if I'm not able to manage some of that stuff that just goes unseen. And it's not that I'm trying to bang the drum. There's a trade-off, right? Mm-hmm. Like the past year and a half, as things have shifted for me, you've taken on way more of the professional load, right? Your work had to take that on. So to balance that, I completely am okay taking on more of the household stuff. Like I'll drive the kids, I'll take them to the rink and all this. And I get it. Like that's the deal, right? But what doesn't get picked up on is, well, that thing that I mentioned in the car that we got to get organized. I got 5 minutes. I'm going to do it right now, right? Who are you texting? I'm doing the thing that you said that I needed to do. Oh, and then the next thing comes up. So that's what I struggle with, is that I don't get to sit down and just work for an hour and get all that stuff done. I have to do it in between everybody else's stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So my phone absolutely is crazy important in that way. I don't like it. I absolutely don't like it. But yeah, that's a total valid comment for sure. For sure.
It's funny because my aunt was just visiting and she was amazed. Like, Andy's going to go pick up the girls and Andy's going to go to the grocery store. Like, my husband would be like, I'm not doing that. And you do so much of the traditional, pink jobs that like taking the kids, getting our medications.
Like, do you realize how well I get along with the pharmacist? And I haven't had a prescription prescribed to me in years. And me and this dude are tight. Like, we talk while I'm waiting for him to fill your prescription.
And it's usually last minute.
Always.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, I can't get it to you till Monday. I'm like, I'm out of pills today or yesterday. I can't.
Like, I swear he keeps a little bit on hand just for that. So when I call him, he just laughs.
It's ADHD. He's got to know that we're going to leave it right to the very last second. But anyway.
And I don't mind that. Like, I don't like, yeah, they're pink and blue jobs, whatever. And I agree that there are certain things that are pink and blue jobs. As some people may freak out at that statement, but there legitimately is. Like, it's easier for me to do stuff like cut the lawn. Like, it's dumb, but it's just easier for me to do it. I'll teach the girls to do it, but they won't like to do it. So it's just easier for me to do it.
Although the girls do like.
No, they like the idea. Because when they've come out, it's about 3 minutes of trying to get them set up. It's about 10 minutes of trying to get them to do it. And then it's 20 minutes listening to them talk about it. It's just too hard. And they got to go inside. But, yeah.
Well, I remember I had to do it. And the last time my dad ever made me do it, I did Crazy Eights all over the lawn. And that was the last time. So then I'm like, see, just do a really bad job and then they won't make you. Okay, so we should probably wrap this up. But
I got one more question.
Me?
You didn't answer the last question.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I don't do well as phone.
Yeah. And for me, it's work.
I feel like we missed one.
No. Each of us answered 2 questions.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you on this.
What you did
it's
good.
What
I did good.
Yeah.
What you did good was 1.
Yeah.
What I did good, 2.
Yeah.
What you're not so great at, 3.
Yeah.
What I'm not so great at, 4.
Right.
It's 4 questions.
It's 4 questions. 2 people.
You probably should take some meds.
No, I'm tired.
Okay. So, okay, knowing this, what's one small thing that we can do differently tomorrow?
I am going to be more like your Uncle Dean. I like the cut of his jib. I like this.
Never doing anything.
I like what Dean's got going on.
You do. Like I do, and I don't think I appreciate and acknowledge how much like you do get the groceries and you do any errand and you do take the girls.
But that's the trade-off.
Everywhere.
Right? That's the trade-off, right? Because when I had a different job that wasn't as flexible, I wasn't coming home until 6 or 7 at night, right? You were doing the lion's share of cooking. You were doing the lion's like that's the trade-off. Like, and it'll swing back someday, right? When you like physically have an illness that the doctor says you're no longer able to work, you're going to have a ton of time at the house to do stuff, like just a ton. But that's the trade-off, right? Like, and this is kind of you and I pumping each other's tires this episode, but there are people in our life that we know that have very rigid expectations of their partner. Yeah. Crazy rigid. Yeah. You and I, by default of who we are not great with frameworks at all.
We probably should have
at all. But that offers us the flexibility of not being as we don't skew each other based on the expectations that we have, set or otherwise, right? The only time you and I have ever really scrapped, was when one of us didn't say what our expectations were and then got pissed at the other person for not meeting the unknown expectations. And that was years ago. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what you're talking about, but sure.
No, meaning like in my head, I thought this should have went this way and then it didn't and then I got mad. Well, that's dumb. Like nobody can live up to that. Yeah. It's a rarity if that happens, right? But we know people that happens daily, multiple times a day, and it's a crappy way to live. Yeah. So, total sidebar, but that I think is what allows us to have that flexibility. Like I'm not looking for, it's appreciated, like absolutely it's appreciated, but I don't need you to come home every day and say, oh my God, thank you for doing these 10 things, right? That's not the point. All I need is for you to know that it was done so you don't have to worry about it. Mm-hmm. And if that recognition is there, then we're cool. Like that was the job, right? Because yeah, you've taken on a lion's share of stuff as things have shifted for me. So that seems only fair. Why like what could I do to be like, hey, after your 12-hour day, if you could just hop in the kitchen real quick and whip something up, that's a dick move. So anyways.
Funny because Kathy was like, well, you could go to the grocery store and do him a favor. And that's why we went to the store and got those cork lines.
Oh, yeah.
She's that's like, well, nice. You could go. But anyway, so the question actually was, what's one small thing that we could do?
Sorry. That's a lack of sleep-induced ADHD. It's a great question. I think it's just, I think the easiest thing I can do is restructure how I'm using the phone so I'm more present with the kids.
And just to make it successful tomorrow. Think of a smart
as soon as the kid walks through the door, the phone will go down.
Okay.
Simple as that. Until such time as they're gone to bed.
Okay.
That said, there will be one caveat. If the phone rings, I'm going to pick it up.
Why?
Because it's probably someone cool.
Darren's going to call you. Darren's mad.
No,
should I not say that? Sorry, Darren. We love you.
He's not going to listen to this. What he'll say is, I'm not mad. We're talking, I'm not mad. It's been days since I called you out of the blue randomly.
Because of a stupid fantasy hockey pool.
Let's ease off here because it's over a decade of the WRFHL. We have experienced pretty much every high and low that you can as a group. We've seen people come and go from this plane of existence in the pool. We've seen relationships change.
You created a guy and killed him off.
I did create a fake human being and made a dude show up at a bar acting as that human being and pulled the best ruse in the world.
Thanks, Blaine. That was awesome.
That was very good.
Anyway, so
that's it. For me, it's put the electronics on, be more present, hang with the girls, and guaranteed they'll ignore me all night tomorrow night. So
and I'll just sit in the kitchen like a doofus tomorrow. So that'll be easy for me too. So I will, minute a child is home, I will close my computer.
So maybe this should be what are we going to do for the week? Because we just honestly set a goal of on our kid's birthday, we're going to pay attention to her, which is pretty low even for us.
She's a teenager. She won't. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I just want us to be successful. So one day.
Are you looking at me? Because like, I'm like the model of success. Okay. Let's do it this way. For me, anytime I'm with the kids this week, outside of normal working hours, I will not engage in the phone. Because there'll be gaps. Like you're right. Maya's not going to hang out with us 20 hours a day. I'm not going to sit in the kitchen without being able to do stuff if there's nobody around me.
Yeah.
Right. But if the kids are around, then yeah, I'll shut her down and pay attention to them.
Okay. I will do the same at 5:00. I don't think I have any evening clients.
Look at it. Look at the walls falling down already. You can't even get through the statement.
But assuming I don't have any pre-booked webinars.
It's just falling apart. It's just falling apart.
5:00.
So what happens if this doesn't work?
Pardon?
What happens if this doesn't work?
If what doesn't work?
You're 5:00. If you fail at it.
That's why I do 1 day a day. One day at a time. Oh man, it's late. 1 day at a time.
Okay.
Remember when I was doing my dissertation, you would kneel by the bed and you're like, okay, you got through today.
Yeah.
Got through today. Let's just focus on tomorrow. That's what we need to do. So maybe we do just focus on tomorrow. And then at the end of the day, this is what we do. We debrief. How did it go? Were we successful? What are we going to tweak for tomorrow? I'm
straight up going to lie to you. You know this, right?
What?
If I fail, I'm going to lie to you. I don't want to be like, I did it perfect.
No, but you got to.
All right.
At the end of the day, debrief and tweak your day and just then you can focus on.
All right. Will we be circling back to this in a later time?
Tomorrow night.
No, I meant for the people.
Oh, for the people.
The person listening.
We're not accountable to them.
All right. No, that's a great. That was the perfect way. No, that was the perfect way to end it. That was the perfect way to end it. That was it. You over-explained it. We are not accountable to anybody. Thanks for listening, everybody.
To us, to the children, we're accountable. If you want, we can check in next week and we can tell them how it went. But I think for right now, for us to be successful, just 1 day at a time.
That was a good show.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, listener.